Yeah, I give you're both in.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you're good to go.
Is it recording?
Yeah, it's recording.
Cool.
Yeah, this is live and on fleek.
Falling asleep, people. You gotta get in the game. Slap your face, Chaz.
Shits
That
you
always
up.
wakes you right up. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Bloopers.
Hello, Internet. I'm Dan.
And I'm Chaz, and this is Wine is Serious Business, episode 273.
Show them those teeth, Chaz.
They're purple. The show we just did. But this is the show we're doing now. And where are these wines from, Matt?
India. The Spice Trail. Right in this bottle. It's gonna smell like saffron. It's gonna.
Man,
Yeah.
both of these guys have had substantial rounds previous to this show.
Yeah.
I think I'm in better shape than either one of them in the moment.
So
But
to give you an idea, going from sparkling to sparkling wine, was drinking 69 Dom not too long ago, rosé. There's a guy in the background that's not too impressed by this, and we're moving to India's finest sparkling offerings. There you go.
You didn't break the glass? I'm impressed.
The finest. The cat
My
was
face on
so
that is
scary.
good.
So
All
you've
right.
had this before.
I have. So the story behind this was,
Rinse, just a rinse.
Here's a
right?
rinse.
Chaz is rinsing.
yeah, Chaz is rinsing. I'm not rinsing because I have fresh glass.
Fresh glass.
So I was in India for work for about 10 days.
Wow.
And went to this really nice restaurant, right? Super fine dining, silver plates, silver spoons, you
Holy
know,
crap.
all this stuff, right? Anyways, go to this restaurant, and they have like pretty impressive wine lists. They have like Chateau Leo Barton, like Latour stuff on there. It was a fantastic list, stuff like $500 a bottle, right? And I asked the waiter, I was like, so what do you have for Indian wines? And he just kind of
I'm sure the face is just like,
yeah, it was a pretty depressing moment for him. So
no
I turned-
$250 bottles for you,
yeah,
sir?
no $250 bottle. Just turn to the back page, and these bottles are about $12 US. So we tried two, and one of those two are actually right here. So shout out, by the way, to my coworker Doug Peters.
Big time.
Big time shout out. So I forgot to bring the wine back
What's
when
his
I went
name?
there. Doug Peters.
Doug Peters, thank you.
You're the man. The
We-
smartest
we're
person I know.
impressed in this. Thank you for bringing these wines back.
Yeah, yeah.
So I forgot to bring the wine back, and then he took another trip there just a couple weeks ago and
Yeah.
brought these back for us. So
Really appreciate it.
And it's one of the places in the world that I feel like has great potential to make wine. So I'm sure as an English colony for a long time, people brought wine over there, tried to grow it, and India has such an amazing diversity of climates and ecosystems, right?
Yep.
It's got, you know, from super tropical hot coastal seas way up into frigid dry mountains. Like, there's got to be good wine growing areas
Yeah.
somewhere in
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
So cheers.
So what is this again?
So this is the Sula Brut sparkling wine.
Is it-
Blanc de Blanc?
So it's Chardonnay.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Chardonnay. So
I
method
shot shit
traditional.
all over the place.
Cool.
It did. Smells a little funky.
Wow, for sale in Haryana state only.
This is the non-export Indian wines. I'm not sure how much wine they export, but this is for
That's
sale
cool.
in Haryana state only, which is where New Delhi is.
Okay, cool.
A little stinky.
A little stinky, definitely a little bit of the yeast showing through there, right? A little bit of richness on the nose.
A little sweetness. A
Well,
lot of sugar showing through.
Asian pear, yellow apple.
Asian pear. It's
Racist.
more, it's
Racist.
less like Asian pear and more like sweet apple. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
very,
like a
it's very
Granny
sweet.
Smith.
It's very sweet.
Like golden apple.
There you go. Yeah. Not much of the like bruised apple characteristics
No,
that you get from
definitely not.
from some of these sparklers, but rather fresh. Actually, quite
Yeah.
easy to drink.
Palate's nice.
Yeah, really.
Totally nice in the palate.
Really refreshing on a nice like 90-degree day like it is right now.
Totally.
It's blistering in Portland. Nobody has air conditioning here, folks. That's why these bottles are sweating just like my forehead.
So I agree with like the white pear characteristic on the palate. It's like a golden apple white pear. A lot of sugar on the tail end of the palate. The acid is not enough. It's all sugar on the finish.
Need something to round it out.
But that said, it's not disgusting. It's good.
Goodness. Yeah, yeah.
Good.
I'm
It's
digging it.
And it's a method tradition, method champagne sparkler, and it's $12 a bottle.
I feel like the fruit's been a little bit oxidized, right? Like you get a little bit of that darker flavor on it. A little bit of that yeast provides some richness, but I think the apple flavors are pretty solid. Nice golden apples, not highly acidic, but it's still present. Provides a nice crisp feel. Beats the bejesus out of any $12 sparkling wine you're going to buy in the United States. absolutely crushes it, I think. Do you disagree?
I will say, I'll say that there's definitely some bottle variation going on because the last time I had this, it was much better.
Okay.
I will say honestly, like I think a lot of Oregon, and I'm just assessing that like Oregon sparklers at like the cheap price point, and like I guess some other like cavas, they don't lend enough sugar. I think sugar would help round out the amount of like austere acidic fruit that they tend to provide, and I kind of like this for that regard. Like it's more to the characteristic of like just sweet, delicious fruit. I think a lot of people are turned off by it, but at the same point, like I'm not offended by it. It's good. So
Yeah.
it's like an 84 point line for me. 84.
Yeah.
83, 84.
85 for me.
There's a hater behind the camera.
Yeah, there's a
right
hater
now.
off
No,
camera.
so off camera, poor Bo is hating.
Yeah, he just doesn't like champagne or sparkling wine anyway. So.
I don't even know what it is.
He doesn't even know.
You
what it
realize
is.
this guy was just drinking like 69 Dom.
I was drinking 69 Dom right before this.
So we should have rated this lower.
So your previous bottle tasted better. What was
It
different
was better.
about it?
So it didn't have that same funk on the nose. Like right now, there's like a little bit of like a funky cabbagey thing going on the nose.
Yeah.
It didn't quite have that on the other one. It was much more of that like brioche, like something you would expect from a typical champagne. It's what you hear.
You need two hands on me.
This is a 2-hand bottle right here.
Or 3.
Well, what the?
Two dudes, one.
Bottle?
Um,
1 glass.
We might not be getting into this.
You need a towel?
This is a good story.
sorry,
Who's a sommelier? Who's a sommelier?
no one. Yeah, a little bottle variation. The palate's still about the same, but the nose is a little bit off. I have a sense that might blow off potentially over time. It's got that little bit of the sulfur cabbage thing going on, but sometimes that blows off. So
This ain't gonna come off.
Off camera opening. I won't
Stop.
take a cut, but this is good video.
this is awesome. Don't break it.
I don't know. Here, my
It's
turn.
not gonna come off.
Someone grab a vice.
Way to go, India.
Oh, the real man.
We loosened it
No,
for
no.
we loosened it for Dan.
I'm not there yet.
I heard cracking.
Yeah, I did too.
Where there's cracking, there's Dan. So.
And you guys have pliers?
Yeah, we need a.
Alright.
Oh!
Oh!
Yeah!
Off camera.
How many people does it take to? How many Americans does it take to open Indian bottle?
How many
of wine?
engineers?
They are also
Plus-
for
Plus
sale.
one winemaker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not a
yeah.
very good one, but just
So, and this is nice to see too, because they say so it's only for sale in one state, and that says duty not paid to Maharashtra government, so it can't be sold in the state that it's made. So India also has crazy, ridiculous booze laws. The United States isn't the only place.
Give me the wine.
That's nice. What do we got here? What's in the bottle?
So this is Seagram's Chenin Blanc. Now the story behind this was
And
I
not
had
the Seagram's International Liquor Company.
different than the liquor company. So I had actually a different Chenin Blanc while I was there that was made by it's called like Four Seasons or something like that. So that shit was actually really fantastic. Like it was delicious. And actually Michael Alberti from Storyteller really enjoyed that wine as well. Now Doug, when he went back to pick this up for us, he said he talked to a bunch of wine store people and they said that they don't make that wine anymore, which kind of sucks ass. Because it was really, really good. So he said that the wine guy recommended this one instead. So we're going to give it a shot. Never had it. So
Cool. From the Nashik Valley, I don't know anything about that, but I bet there are some people who are going to get to this through Google that would appreciate that bit of knowledge. So.
You know, there's like, people when they do like let's say like the Daily Show or any sort of news station.
Yeah.
And they've got their like person in the field.
Yeah.
yeah.
Matt is our person bringing wine from like everywhere
All
else in
over
the world.
Where's your next trip, Matt?
Like Jamaica was last time. So this time on Saturday, I'm going to Israel, Lebanon, Jordan, and Turkey.
And he's gonna bring back some stuff for the show.
Right. It's good stuff. So thanks. Anyway.
Reconnaissance.
Thanks for realizing
Thank
that.
you
Of course.
for doing this. Yeah.
Green peppers out the butt right here.
Big time.
just.
And I just spilled
Smells
it
like
all
Coors
over
Light.
myself.
You shoot it. Nice.
Sorry.
It smells like Coors Light.
What?
No.
Yeah.
Smells like bell peppers.
No,
Yeah,
it's
bell
cheap
peppers.
Pilsner.
Green peppers
No.
are like
Off. It's not just like that.
We're gonna cut that, but
No.
it smells like
Bleep
Coors
it.
Light.
I don't know how that's going to play out. You want to get on camera? If you're going to participate, you may as well be on camera.
special guest appearance here from
Yeah,
Bo Sparrow Run of Random Wine Company.
Oh,
Here, scoot down.
Hates a
Scoot
lot
down.
of
Let's get him on the camera. Let's get him on the camera.
All right.
We all lean in. We got to be cozy.
Thank you for having me back.
Yeah,
Appreciate the shout out.
So we'll get a variety of opinions because Bo's really a hater. Bo doesn't like most sparkling
He doesn't
wine.
like most wine.
He doesn't
period.
like wine much.
I don't even know
He
what
makes
wine
it, but
is.
he's okay.
I kind of enjoy the nose on this. I'm getting some like grapefruit peel components, like white grapefruit, a little bit of gooseberry,
citrus and bell pepper. It's like a
You guys
ceviche.
are way too forgiving on this wine.
maybe a little banana
it's,
peel.
it's sweet bell pepper. It's almost like a candy bell pepper.
But we've
It's
talked
great.
about this.
Yeah,
like,
I can get behind that. The candied bell pepper, a lot of pyrazine notes.
Lots of.
do you
it's
hate
floral.
I don't know
that?
what
You
the
have
fuck
like a
Pyrazine
cheap Sauv
means.
Blanc from cheap Sauv Blanc from New Zealand.
This doesn't smell as good as the worst Sauv Blanc I've had from New Zealand.
Oh.
Now, is this Chenin Blanc?
Bitter.
Chenin Blanc.
So I love Chenin Blanc the grape. I think it's brilliant. I think it's capably made
actually
in
pretty
so
drinkable.
many regions like South Africa, France. You know, I think we got some great stuff here in Oregon, Washington.
Yeah, I'm down with that. It's actually it's interesting because
It
comparing
drinks
it to,
okay. It honestly drinks pretty good.
yeah, comparing it to the Four Seasons or
I think
whatever,
you're
like
exactly right.
it's-
That's
Whoa.
It smells like shit, but
that's genuinely
Nice.
nice on the palate.
Yeah.
So everything I said about the nose is right, but the palate, good acidity, good structure, clean finish, nice kind of. And I think now I'm getting like gooseberries. I think Matt was saying like
that guy.
gooseberry or
Yeah.
like citrus and gooseberries are coming through
Gooseberries.
really
Yeah,
nicely. Good kind of thickness through the mid palate.
Yeah, a little bit of richness that kind of like hangs on your
So
tongue.
maybe some like Lee's contact might have been going on.
shout out
with
to my girlfriend for making me eat gooseberries. Now I know what gooseberries taste like.
this. And this is going to be a show.
This is gonna be a show.
Yeah, it's different
Best
than
foursome ever.
it's different than the Four Seasons. The Four
This is
Seasons
the
was
most
definitely
boring gay
like
porn ever.
the Four Seasons was definitely a little more floral and like much richer than this one is. But it's different, but it's good.
Good acid, like an integrated acidity all the way through. It doesn't
Agreed.
jut out at you. It doesn't dry you out too fast.
Mhm.
It just
Still that
carries
sweet,
and
though.
carries. I would bet
Still
there's
sweet.
residual sugar.
A little bit. Just
A couple
a little
of grams maybe.
I
Hypothesizing.
don't know. It tastes sweet to me.
Yeah, it is. It does
I
got a
get-
little bit of
I
sweetness.
get like fruit sweet, but I don't necessarily get like residual sugar sweet on this one.
Like
Like
added
definitely,
sugar
yeah. I don't get the added sugar as much, but I get fruit sweet. Like maybe it was picked, maybe higher bricks,
It's a hot place.
and,
Yeah,
and
it's a hot
maybe
place.
watered back a little bit.
12.5.
Yeah.
So you know
12.5.
you're reducing your fermentable sugars, but you're also retaining some of those molecules that are fruit sweet molecules.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Sure.
I mean, if I had to speculate, having not ever been to India ever.
See if I can. Let's see if I can open this one.
My quicker assessment of it is it reminds me of other like
Ouch.
cheap
That was hard.
cheaper
Oh, it
white
smells
wines.
like shit.
Oh, sorry, we haven't even finished.
I haven't had this yet. So
It reminds me of other cheaper white wines. It's not really impressive to me, but out of a region that's not known for their wine, I feel like it's a good start, and it makes
We're
me
not gonna
think.
tasters.
It makes me think that the grape could be capable of other interesting
Well,
things.
Yeah.
I believe Chenin Blanc is somewhat naturally resistant to high humidity conditions where you have problems with rot,
Sure.
detritus. You have those issues, and especially like tropical bugs. And
Sorry.
who knows what they're gonna wreak on this? So you know.
So what would you score it?
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh.
Sorry, let's finish the other one first, folks.
Yep, let's finish.
And what's this?
No, the Chenin Blanc. Sorry, let's finish
So,
it.
so I'll give the Chenin Blanc
Oh.
82 points. I'm sure it's cheap, right? Like this.
$8 a bottle.
There we go. So I believe it delivers at that price point. Would I drink? You know, if someone had it open, I'd probably pour myself another glass. Would I seek some out for myself? No. Am I excited if somebody was like, we took grapes from this region, put a lot of love into it, picked only the finest ones, gave it a lot of attention to the cellar? I'd be really excited to try that.
So that's marketing, is what you're saying.
We're gonna assume
81,
we're gonna be
82.
not cynical, and we're gonna assume that they mean
Fair point.
that they
Slow.
really mean it. Yeah.
Slow.
Yeah.
74 points.
It's not really graded. I go
No, that's okay.
That's 74
It's
points.
really the truth. That's where he's at.
That's what I was.
I put it 82 range for me too.
Because it's cool to taste a wine from India. The fact that you guys were able to
These are-
source this is awesome.
Yeah.
But
Outside of the
Doug
world.
Peters, shout out.
Doug Peters, way to go. By the way, though, maybe they've got some viticultural.
I'm gonna make my girl
like,
call me Doug later. Fine.
So what I was gonna say, I guess on that one was cheers, and we're switching to reds.
What is wine
Alright.
number 3?
So this is
Yeah,
the
Matt?
same producer as the Chenin Blanc, except this is their Shiraz. Now, I have never had a red Indian wine before, so this is going to be fascinating, given the fact that it's
Smells
hot
like
as
shit.
hell. We all opened the bottle and we were just like, this smells like ass, so it's gonna be.
So scientifically, it's like horrifically mercaptony. So there's a lot of yeast stress issues going on during fermentation for alcohol.
Why are you analyzing this? Just drink
No,
it.
Because I can.
Well, we have a winemaker here. It's good. It's
But
good.
there's also a bit of a volatile acidity issue, so they didn't keep their ferment super clean. I feel like
This is a champagne.
the grapes might have come in a bit
okay.
overripe on this, despite the alcohol level, and I think
It's India.
It's India.
That little rubber band, little.
Yeah.
It is pretty
well,
sneaky.
the rubber is very good. That's a great call because that
like
is
a red rubber
that's,
ball sort of thing.
That's what you get. Like that's monomercaptans. That's yeast stress during fermentation. Probably not enough nutrients in the soil. So they're growing this in soil that maybe is a little bit too poor for Syrah Shiraz. It smells horrific. As a winemaker,
A little bit of black cherry in there, but it's tough. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's tough.
I think you're being racist, but it's
This is
African
actually
American
not that
cherry.
terrible to drink. I think you could drink it with like steak or something.
The tannins though are just like it's like sticking sandpaper.
There are no
in my mouth.
tannins. There are no tannins.
Well, it's just, but I don't know about the tannins, but it's just
Well, get
drying the
there's
hell out of
acidity
my
though.
tongue.
There's acidity that's there. I think
The rubber band flavor is all over the entire.
Yeah.
on the finish. Oh
I
my
just-
goodness gracious!
I can't get away from it.
That's like chewing on a rubber. Like if you ever
It's
watch
like
a cat
chew
chew
on
on
a
a rubber
rubber
band, this is what I imagine they're tasting. Wow,
Oh.
that's very hard to get around.
Okay, so this, yeah.
Yeah, this one's horrifying.
Yeah, so as much as
Hey, and that's okay. And I'm actually really happy with this because remember the Nepali wine episode?
Yeah.
Remember the Jamaican wine episode?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I really want you all to keep that in context when you think about this wine.
Yes.
Because this
And this one too.
this are a world away.
Yes.
Are a world
Dan,
away.
One-
we gotta say that. As far as like Nepali wine
Yeah.
and the Jamaican wine, these wines crush those
Yeah.
wines.
Yes. Yes.
Amazing.
These wines
and
crush them.
if India,
These are actual wines.
And these two are better than some American wines.
Yeah.
I've had.
Yeah.
I don't think the quote unquote problem is with their grape growing practices. As a winemaker, if I was working with these grapes, I think the grapes are fun. I think maybe there's a bit of a body of knowledge to learn about winemaking practices.
Purple.
So that's my differentiation. The
it
grapes
takes
are
time. That
probably
takes
fun.
time.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's going to take time. It's taken time everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
It took the French 1,000 years to figure it out, and look what they're doing now.
People here still have a breath problem.
No comment. And so I think if the Indians, if they're serious about winemaking, I think this is a way to take the approach of the Chinese, where send your students to get the chemistry issues resolved, send your students to get the terroir issues resolved, figure out what to plant where, and then I think you are capable of making world-class wines. I mean, you guys
And I
touched
bet
on
they've
the-
got it. I bet they exist. We just don't have
Oh,
access
yeah.
to them. They probably
Well, I
sell
think
them all
I-
domestically.
And they
Yeah.
probably do, but also I think you guys made a really good point earlier. You were talking about the sites, the geographical and the variation of temperatures and geography and climate of India. There's got to be some place in there where you can just grow some
Totally.
brilliant bloody grapes, and they're going to find it,
Yeah.
and they're going to be a force, just like the Chinese.
Or
So-
they have, and they don't make it out of that valley.
Because
And
it-
yeah,
right,
they
it's-
drink it all because they realize what they have. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and they've got a growing middle class that drinks it all up. It never
Yeah.
leaves.
And I mean, on
Sure.
the other hand, this is horrifically bad red wine, but there's
There's got to be
it's
good
not
stuff.
but it's not a fault of the grapes.
It's not
It's not a fault of the grapes at all.
It's
I
not
think
dump it out one.
Look, if you gave me these grapes, I'd try to make something good.
I drank it all
Honestly, I
because
would try to
had
make something really good.
I'm gonna
It's
wrap.
It's
Yeah.
fun to taste.
I'm gonna wrap this up. This is 74-point wine for me.
Yeah.
You
It is-
scored an 82 points.
No,
Not
this
the
one.
red.
A white.
Oh, the wine.
This is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
53
Chaz
point
drink.
wine for me.
Yeah, the red is low, but that's okay. It kind of puts the other two in context, makes me appreciate the white and the sparkling wine more.
Yeah.
Where
It's
does
not-
this?
It's not good Syrah.
No.
No.
Wait, is there good Syrah?
There can be.
Oh yeah, you know that Metallo Fool's Journey? That shit's the bomb.
Yeah.
What do you?
Yeah,
what do
Marcus
you think,
Goodfellow
Matt?
makes some great Syrah.
What?
Have you had other Indian wines?
No,
Or
these
is it-
honest. Well, the
okay.
I had the Four Winds, and the Four
Sure.
Winds was phenomenal. Like that was really good Chenin Blanc, awesome stuff. This is the first red I've ever had. Not my favorite thing in the world, and I don't really like Shiraz anyway.
Sure.
So,
And you-
but yeah,
Yeah, your travels are fairly limited, but more than any of us in India. If you were to go back to a city in India to seek out the finest Indian wine you could find, what city would you go to?
probably go to Delhi just due to the sheer size of the city
Sure.
and the availability. So I'm going to go back there probably in about a month And
Nice.
I will try and source the finest wine
There
that
you go.
India has to offer.
Shout out to a restaurant or wine shop there. You want to make one?
I can't remember the name of the place
Oh,
because I
that's
can't
too bad.
pronounce it,
Okay.
but it was good. Shout out to Doug.
So,
Nice.
thanks so much for bringing this stuff back. Thanks to Doug. Matt, you
Yeah.
got a question of the day for the people we're talking about.
Question of the day.
Crazy one.
If you have ever had Turkish or Lebanese that is not Musar or Israeli wine, what is your favorite?
You
Because
wanna
I'm going
redo-
there on
yeah,
Saturday.
You want to redo that? The show isn't going to air until you get back.
So
Okay.
it's gonna be a mix. We'll see
Sure,
if
yeah.
I actually bring those wines.
We'd
back.
still love your opinions. I know some of you who watch the show have them. Thanks again. We'll see you next week.
10 thumbs up.
Cheers.
All right.